Welcome back to Friday, December 23rd, 2020, just before 10 o'clock in the morning. Out driving through the forest that I have been through a few times. It's a good place to stop on the way back where they've cleared that I can sit and look. I don't plan on seeing too much today, but you never know, which is why I'm out here doing this. Wasn't able to make it out last weekend, even though the weather was better, because I spent the entire weekend, a good 25 probably hours over 3 days, shooting, editing, etc. Some product videos for the contract work that I have been doing. So although the weather was nicer and then the winter storm hit during the week, and we kind of got a little pause today where it's let up a bit, it's been a lot. We got a good bit of snow. We got a good bit of snow, real cold, a lot of wind. The winter storm warnings were saying the wind chill could get to -50. That is 80 degrees below freezing. That is extremely cold. It is still extremely cold. It's warmed up. It is above zero right now, according to my car. If that's accurate, it's 3. It's a bit cold, just a bit. Too cold to go out wandering around. But from the car, if I drive on cleared roads like this is nice and safe, and I feel comfortable doing that, to just look around and see what I can see. I brought the camera anyway, you never know. But this is officially the first day of my winter vacation. For the last few years, I have taken off between the Christmas holiday and New Year's holiday, because usually I can bookend where those are with the paid time off that we get with my own personal vacation time and get a nice little weekend change. I believe I have 11 days off in total, which is nice. I hope to make it out as much as I can. I specifically wanted to do today because the next at least 2 days, not only is the weather, it looks like the winter storm's coming back and we've got more snow on the forecast and real cold temperatures, but it's Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we have plans to spend time together virtually with family members and things like that, and play a lot of video games and have a good time and reconnect and things like that. So I'll do that, and then maybe make it back out on Monday, and then take a day, and maybe Wednesday and take a day, and Friday and take a day, and Sunday maybe, or that following Monday. I don't know exactly. I've tried. I kind of set a goal for myself that I don't entirely expect to hit, but I'd rather set it than not. Give myself a little bit of motivation. I bought a 5-pack of breakfast protein bars. I was like, 11 days off in total. I can spend 50% of that time going out, hopefully, roughly. So 5 bars, 5 days. That's my goal anyway. We'll see what happens. At least going, trying, looking. It's a lot harder here than it is in previous places to see the wildlife that I'm hoping to see. And unfortunately, even though I only have a little bit of time today, I still wanted to get out and try rather than not. We had some car trouble yesterday, thankfully not with this car, but with the significant other's car, who ran to the grocery store to get one last thing we needed. And car went to the grocery store fine, sitting in the grocery store parking lot. I am recording good. Go back in the car, go to shift into reverse, won't go in reverse. All right, that's not good. Wait until the person ahead of you moves out of that parking spot, shift into drive, won't go. Great. I don't know what happened. I don't know cars hardly at all. I have no idea what the cause was. I looked up online, is the best resource I've got for something like that, and that, there's a lot of probably transmission. Maybe you're low on transmission fluid. That seemed to be the cheapest and easiest thing, is check the transmission fluid. Well, I needed to check the transmission fluid because she did not have the tools to get the little clip off. It's not just the dipstick for transmission fluid is not the same as like an oil dipstick that you can just pull out and check. So that didn't, like, after work we go, freezing cold, very below zero, but I get, check it, get the tools, check the transmission fluid. It's got transmission fluid, it's got oil. It is almost out of antifreeze, but I don't think that would cause that problem. It probably is causing the clicking in the engine sounding like not great when I was driving it back from the grocery store. So we will fix that, which is why I have a limited amount of time. I need to go get antifreeze. But yeah, that's what we dealt with yesterday. It did, when we went check the transmission fluid, it was there. It was like, all right, well, I don't know what it could be then. My dad suggested maybe there was just slush underneath it that was causing some problems with the linkage so it wouldn't shift. Maybe? I don't know. It's going to need to go see a mechanic to be sure, because that's a unsafe, it not being able to shift out. You get stranded somewhere. Not good. So either way, once we get the antifreeze, I'm going to have it go see a mechanic and get an oil change, because it needs it anyway. Let's see. There are cars here, which makes sense. That's the usual place that I have seen the birds. So anyway, that was oh, I guess they close it further on. Okay, that's cool. We'll just go and turn around. Just driving along a nice winter day. Nice is relative. Anyway, car troubles was yesterday, so that's, that's what we're going to deal with, and that might hinder also over the next rest of the vacation if we have to take one of the cars and something like that too. Oh, that's why. Okay. We'll just turn around. So yeah, that'll be, that's just the plan for today, is to get a little bit of time being outside, mostly in the car because it is too cold to be out and about, but wanted to drive around, look and see what I could see. I'm going to find a place to park and I'll just look, maybe take a picture or two, and that's the plan. Better than not. So I went along a little further. I found where there would be a campground, but it's closed for the winter. No overnight camping out here in the winter in the cold. And then I recorded another video for a little bit with the talking about kind of what I've done, what I've seen over the last 2 years. Something that's been on my mind, kind of bringing me back up when you get to something like this where there's just no wildlife around. There is, I just haven't found it. I know that there's wildlife. I know some things probably do head down out of the mountains during the winter because it just gets very hard to survive up here, but there is something somewhere. So I've been reflecting on that. That kind of brings me back up when I can't find anything. And I also talked about the newest thing that I'm going to do, which is I set myself up to record while I am using an older camera, recording while I am at my computer, editing. So I should be able to inform a bit better. I should be able to include more things in the videos that, whenever something needs further explanation or could use with a bit more context, or if I'm musing out loud and going, I wonder what this is, I should be able to cut in with something like that. I probably won't do it here too much in these videos because that's not really the point of them. But I will do it in the main ones whenever I need to. Anyway, we're gonna go for a little bit of a drive some more. Because I didn't see anything here. I still have a bit of time today. Oh, not much really. Before I have to get back, but just waiting to let somebody else come down the road there. Anyway, well, I didn't pick a question for today's personal vlog. What would be a good question? What would be a good question? Something related to what I'm out and doing might make sense, but I don't really have anything. What would I still like to see while I'm here? How about that? As far as we know, because this is definitely not a permanent location. We can't afford to live here. Nobody coming. There's no way. It's so expensive up here. Everything is more expensive. Groceries, the apartment, everything. So no, it's definitely not a permanent move for us, which we knew, but that is more determined. So there's probably 6. We got here in July. It's December, end of December. 6 and change months left, more than likely, before we move again. Where to, I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. My job can more or less go anywhere with an internet connection, so I'm not really bound by anything like that. But with 6 months left, I still... that's something I'm going to do over this break. I got to pick new birds to focus on. Like I did last year, I picked a focus, and I achieved some of them. We saw the sage grouse. We saw the... what was it called? Dang it. I still wanted to get better. Oh, here's a spot I can pull off of the road here. Nice little plowed area. We can look out into these trees around in the area and see if there's anything around. We picked 5. The cedar waxwing, I know I didn't get to see. I was hoping to see that because those seem to be common, but I haven't been able to find one yet. The burrowing owls didn't happen. I wasn't able to find any areas where that would take place. Something I researched and looked up was the plains of Wyoming a lot. They would prairie dog communities. They would take over abandoned prairie dog communities, the burrowing owl. So I didn't see that. Those were 2. I picked 5. Sage grouse. That one I can't remember the name of that has the little... See, if this was a main video, the editor would jump in here and tell me what it is, because I could just go back in my photos and look. There was that one. Was there third that I didn't, or was there a third that I did? The third one, oh, there was one, it was like not a pigeon. That's not what I'm trying to say. Another prairie thing. I don't remember. I'm going to stop guessing. But anyway, I'm going to pick 5 new ones. And it would be nice if I knew where we were moving to. I could go ahead and plan and kind of do half and half. Specifically while we're here, I have seen one time right outside the apartment a mountain bluebird back before winter hit. I saw that, and they're very pretty. But by the time I didn't have the camera like sitting right there ready to go, so by the time I got it, it would have flown off, of course. Not that I would have gotten the best of pictures, back then, because that was in the period where I was trying to use the Canon lens on the Sony camera body, and I was not getting the results that I wanted. So anyway. Yes, I'd like to see the mountain bluebird. I'm pretty sure that will be one that I put on the list for this coming 2023 to set a goal for myself to try to pick 5. Ring-necked pheasant? Was that the name of the other one? Not the one with the little eye thing, but one of the larger. I don't know why I keep thinking prairie chickens. That's not. Sage grouse is more like a prairie chicken. Ooh, movement. What's that? Was that just snow falling off a branch, or was that an animal? I'm not sure. I don't know why I didn't stick this to the outside layer. That would have made more sense. But either way, I'm almost done for the day. For I have to meet up and get antifreeze. The antiest of freeze. Anyway. Yeah, the mountain bluebird for sure. I don't know what else. I still would like to get some better pictures of the moose that are around. I know the moose stay here during the winter. They're just less active, as you might expect. That's my assumption. I certainly haven't seen any around in a bit. But I know there are moose. I still would like to hopefully get some better pictures, or video of moose would be excellent. I have to find a spot where I could set up. That's been one of the biggest problems, is that there's a lot less people in Wyoming, which makes sense. Less populated area. There's certainly not a lot of people in the Rocky Mountains, except during the winter, when everyone comes up here to ski. But I just haven't found many spots where I can go set up and successfully see wildlife time and time again. Like I haven't touched the tent, the pop-up tent that I sit in, because I just haven't found any place to do that, and it's been really cold. I probably could have done it during the summer at Rocky Mountain National Park, but it would require a bit of a trek, which is what I was trying. I try to avoid that because I bring so much stuff with me. It is, if I can find a spot that's closer to where I can get my car safely. I did that quite a bit in Wyoming, and that isn't really the case here. So I've also done a lot more walking around, a lot more still photography with the new camera. That's been more of a focus, which is kind of the whole point of this. What's interesting to me at the moment. It takes a lot more work and effort to set up the video camera. So in my head, it should flow: visit new location, go there with just the most minimum, one single camera, take some pictures or something like that, take a look, see if you can find good places to look around there. Okay, you've identified good places, now come back with the video camera. And that really hasn't happened. I haven't found places like that around here too much, where I could successfully go and set up for a longer period of time to sit and watch. It'd be cool to see the elk during the snow as well. They're here, right? I don't think they leave. I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure they're still there in the national park somewhere. But the park is huge, so that doesn't necessarily mean that the part that I can get to is where they're going to be. That's what I was trying the other week when I went out and saw the coyote. So anyway, that would be some nice goals. I will have more. I'm gonna try to make it out as much as I can over the rest of this winter break. We'll see what happens, how much I can actually achieve of that goal, and I'm gonna do the best we can. That's all I can ask of myself, is to just get out when I can. Try to take it easy on myself, and something I have to work on anyway mentally is just being more more grateful to myself, self-appreciation. I don't do that well. I immediately am on to the next thing. Like seeing the elk, it was great, and the next day it was like, all right, now what can I see? It's like, still appreciate what you have been able to at the time, and take it easier on yourself. Don't stop yourself from striving to do more, but don't get yourself so down when you don't, which is hard to do when I'm out here looking around and going, well, maybe I'll see birds in these trees going around. I could go further. I don't know how far I would have to travel outside of the Rocky Mountains to get to a point where the wildlife has migrated to for the winter. Somewhere warmer, probably one of those southern states, further, Arizona or New Mexico or something further around there. I'm sure a lot of stuff goes that way. Anyway, that'll just about do it for today. Cloudy day, in between the snowfall of yesterday and tomorrow. But, it's not been too bad. It's been warm in the car, thankfully, which is nice, because it is still it's a little above zero, but pretty cold out there. Not whether I really want to go walking around in too much. I have done that a few times over the last month, and it is just miserably cold. Anyway, it is time to pack it up, head it back, I think. Gonna do it for today, and we will see what tomorrow brings. Except tomorrow will be a couple days from now, after the Christmas holiday, when I get back out, and hopefully the weather stays good. I mean, otherwise, what if we get another winter storm that rolls through, and it's snowing, and it's cold, and it's dangerous to drive, and it's too cold to be outside because it's dangerous, and then that just lasts for the entire Christmas through New Year's break. That would not be fun. I don't think that will happen. I will do my best to get out when I can, when it is safe, and enjoy the nature. Try to enjoy that it's up here. At the very least, I still get to see the mountains. I've never seen snow-capped mountains before. That wasn't a thing we had back in Georgia. I mean, it was, but I never went up into the mountains, really. Even then, I think North Carolina, I don't remember going. There wasn't that much snow on the places that we would go to where we have family living. It wouldn't really be like we're driving through seeing snow-capped mountains. Nothing like this. But you're talking a difference of many thousands of feet in altitude. I mean, this is well over 9,000 feet up here. Even just where I'm at now, I've seen signs where I'm over 9,000 feet. Anyway, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll see the moose over here on this side of the road again while I'm driving out of here. Because this is where I saw them the first time as I was going through in the forest. It was over off to the side, and I pulled over and went and took pictures of the moose down in the valley on somebody's property. But that's where it was, so maybe maybe we will see them out here again. I would think today would be a good day for it, because we just had several days of just full cloud coverage, temperatures well below zero, and then the wind chill making them even worse, and just nothing. And this is the first day where the sun has kind of peaked out, and it's not actively snowing. So I would think, if I were an animal, I'd like to think that I would stay sheltered and just hopefully have enough fat stored up to be able to just stay in one spot during the bad weather, the heavy snow and all the really windy. It was really windy, gusts up to 50 miles an hour, which may not be the windiest I've ever experienced because of Wyoming, but it's still cold. It's still miserably cold. I would think that today would be a good day to get out and get as much food as you could while the sun is shining, right? That's my thought process anyway. I think it's sound logic. It doesn't seem to be proving anything with results, but I think it's sound logic. Everything has to eat. Everything, all of the wildlife that has stayed in these Rocky Mountains has to eat. Speaking of the Rocky Mountains, nobody's on the road. Is that a car back there? No. Nobody's on the road. Here, look at this. Look at those mountains. Right, zoom in and look over there. Look. Hey, camera, could you stay that way? All right. That's a little annoying. We don't need to be zoomed in. Oh, he's gonna... Movie recording. I don't want to take a movie. I just want to take a photo. I have to take a photo from outside and not through the windshield. I know better. I've done that before. Zoom in on the mountains. Take a photo of the mountains. That's pretty. Very pretty. If nothing else, it's very pretty up here, and I should be focusing more on the landscape, because that's what we have. I don't think we will be back in these parts anytime soon, so seeing humongous mountains that are all covered in snow, it's all cloud covered right now. It would be pretty with a blue background, but hey, we got what we get. And we won't complain. We will just come out and try again on another day. We will hope that over the next 11 days, over this little patch of snow it seems like we've got incoming this weekend over Christmas, we can hope the rest of the year will be nice, pleasant weather in order to get out and enjoy, look for wildlife as best we can, and enjoy whatever we see. Anyway, this has just been coming along with me for the drive through these mountains. Up in the mountains, do do do. Let the car pass. I think people go skiing back in that forest. I see a lot of people with skis going that way, and it's not as popular as the further, a couple towns over. There's the ski slope like resort. There's a lot there. A lot of people go skiing there. I always find that pretty too, but I can't. It's private property. I can't really get over there. What's over there is snow covered in a lot of area, but then there are these red and orange bushes that stick up out of the snow. They're tall enough, so you get a lot of that kind of landscape. It's where originally when I came here, I came to here, further up. When I came here and I saw the moose, it was, there's this big open area right there. And that's where I saw the moose in there, but I just stopped because you can see there's a lot of mountains behind it. Anybody coming now? I passed the big opening. Is there another one over here where you can see? Right here. Okay. So here, whoop, come on now. Nobody coming along the road. Here, I'll switch to video so that I can record and be talking. Zoom out. This area right down there, just this big open area. There are houses. People live down there. I don't actually know what road you could get to their houses. But anyway, private property down there, and it's fenced off right here, and there's plenty of reasons why not. But the mountain range in the background is very pretty, as you can see. There goes a car, but there's still nobody coming from behind me, and I'm pulled off to the side. Anyway, so that's where I stopped, and I was looking over there, and that's when I saw the moose amongst the pretty scenery. You've got big mountains in the background, and there's a river that runs down through there. Can't see it now because it's all covered in snow, but then there are those, I don't know if they really count as bushes. I guess they do. I don't know what counts. They're very many sticks, it looks like, without much foliage, but I guess the foliage is what is causing it to be red or orange. But anyway, that is where I saw the moose. We are back out at that point, so good times. Nothing right now, just a lot of snowy mountains, a lot of snow, a lot of cold. No wildlife today, but maybe in a few days we'll see more. That will do it for today, assuming I'm not blocking my microphone or anything. That's going to call it. That's going to be the whole enchilada. I should make enchiladas again next week on next week's grocery order. I like enchiladas. Those are good times. All right, thanks for joining. Next time, maybe we will see more wildlife, or you will just get more landscape footage of me out and about talking and looking and hoping. Oh, a magpie! Laying on that branch. Damn it. Laying over there. Laying somewhere. I'll get the camera. I like the magpies with the white and black, bluish to them. Just saw it for a second. A few seconds of up and over, and then it just took off into the sunset. It's like 11 a.m. It's not the sunset at all. All right, that'll do it for today. Maybe I'll see more next time.